and welcome back to another exciting session of class 8 science, and today we are going to learn about the very important system of our body, and its name is, as you can see on your screen, is circulatory system. So what are the things that we are going to learn in this? That we will first cover up. So we will be learning about human circulatory system, then we will be learning about some features of this circulatory system, which are the organs that are present in this circulatory system, and after that we will be learning about functions of these circulatory system. So human circulatory system, then some features of human circulatory system, organs involved or present in this circulatory system, and the functions of circulatory system that we are going to learn. So first start with human circulatory system. What is this circulatory system? So as you can see in our body, this is a network. Okay, this is a network of arteries and veins. That is nothing but the human circulatory system. But only arteries and veins are there? No. It contains some arteries, some veins, some capillaries, and the main machine, the main pump, that is our heart. Okay, so human circulatory system consists of a network of arteries, veins, capillaries, and with which the pumping system of our body, that is the heart, is also the main organ of our this circulatory system. And what this circulatory system provides us? It provides essential nutrients, minerals, and hormones to various parts of the body. So it is like a transportation system of our body, which provides blood also, but along with the blood, it also provides nutrients that we get from our food, the minerals and hormones which are present in our body, that will be circulated or transported to all the remaining parts of the body. And apart from this, it also collects the metabolic waste after the digestion or a metabolization, whatever the waste it remain, or the toxins that are generated or created in our body from our body cells, that are tissues, that it will collect for purification or to send it to our excretory system to expel it from our body. That is also another function of our circulatory system. So what are the things that are present? So as you can see here, this is our heart, which is at the center of this circulatory system. So the heart, the blood vessels, and another one liquid, that is a lymphatic system, is the organs, or these are the organ which creates our human circulatory system. So as we discussed, human circulatory system consists, what are the organs that are present here? So it consists blood, then heart, blood vessels, and lymph. Lymph is also a liquid that we will be explaining. Okay, so it not only circulates blood through our body, but it also circulates blood which is oxygenated and deoxygenated. So this is the double circulation, means 2 times it circulates blood into our body. There are some other animals like fish, aquatic animal, so in that only 1 time blood circulation is done, but in our human body blood circulation is done 2 times. Okay, one is oxygenated blood is circulated, and another which is deoxygenated blood, that will be circulated back to your heart and your lungs. Okay, so the human circulatory system circulates blood through 2 loops, and that is why it is called double circulation. One is oxygenated blood and another one is deoxygenated blood. So this oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood is mixed at our heart and lungs location. Okay, so our heart has So the question may come, so how big is our heart as it circulates, it pumps blood into our body. So if you want to know the size of your heart, so you can just make a fist of your hand, and this is the size of your heart, okay. And in this size of a heart, it is also divided into 4 chambers. 4 different halves are there, 4 different chambers are there. 2 are called ventricles and another 2 are called auricles. So this is nothing but the collection of 4 different chamber. As we learnt, human circulatory system is nothing but the network of arteries, veins, capillaries, okay, along with your main pumping station, that is your heart, okay. So what is the function of this blood and blood vessels, okay. So the primary function of our blood vessel is to transport oxygenated blood and nutrients to other part of the body, but and it also has another function, that it collects the waste, metabolic waste from the cells and tissues, which they will again give to the excretory system, which will then excrete from the body or release from the body. So this is the primary function of a blood vessel. But along with that, most circulatory systems they do visually represent its length. We cannot actually show how long these arteries and veins are there. But if imagine if we if we want to find out how long they are, so it may be 100,000 kilometers, okay, or roughly we can make it more also, because it is like 8 times the diameter of our earth. So that is how long we have the circulatory systems network in our body. Then which are the organs that are present in this circulatory system, that we will see. So this is our circulatory system and its network of arteries and veins. But apart from that, we have a heart, the main pumping station, which is present in our ribcage area. So what is about this heart and where it is located? So this heart is a muscular organ. It is not made up of bones, okay, it is of muscles, and it is located to the left side of your chest, and it is just between your lungs. So that is the location of your heart, and it is now just between your lungs, but it is quite upper side to from the left side, and it is left in the thoracic region, and it is enveloped completely by pericardium. So that is also another thing. And as we have already discussed, our heart is made up of 4 separate chambers. Those are upper chambers are called atria and lower chambers are called ventricles. So these are the different chambers of your heart. And as I already told you, in animals like fish, they have one complete circulation of blood, but in our human, the blood circulated through heart twice, 2 times, and that is why it is called double circulation. And because of this double circulation, what happens? Each and every part of our body will have a steady supply of oxygenated blood, and it will not get mixed with the deoxygenated blood. So every time our body will have, or each part of our body will have a steady supply of oxygenated blood. Now what is this blood? Heart is pumping the blood. So we will learn more about this blood. So as you can see here, our blood contains plasma. Most of the percent of blood is plasma. Then also it contains some red cells, some white cells, and some platelets are also there. So we all know blood is a fluid, means it's liquid. So blood is the body's fluid. It connects tissues and forms vital part of human circulatory system. And the main function of it is it circulates nutrients, it circulates hormones, minerals and other essential part to the different body parts also. Okay, and how it moves, okay, how it transported or circulated. So this body fluid, that is the blood, is transported through the pathways of blood vessels, and but to move from one part of the our body to another part, we need a strong pumping machine, and for that function is done by our heart. So heart keeps pumping the blood to all part of the body. And along with that, the body, this blood contains blood cell, blood plasma, some proteins and other minerals are also there. So which are those minerals? Such as sodium is also present, potassium, calcium. Okay, so these are other components also present in our blood, but our blood is made up of plasma and other blood cells, platelets, but the plasma is more in percent. So that plasma is a fluid which is a part of blood and which contains 90% of water. As we know, water is water is everywhere in our body, it is in blood also. So the plasma, which is the main part of our blood, which contains water, and 90% of water is present in our plasma also. Then we have some red blood cells, okay, that is also called RBCs. Then white blood cell, that is called a WBC. Some platelets, these are also solid part of our blood. So this is about our blood. Now we will see these type of blood cells. So in that, first type of a blood cell is red blood cell, which are called RBC, or which is also known as erythrocytes also. So these RBC are mainly involving in transportation of oxygen, nutrients and other parts and other substances to the other parts of a body, and these blood cells also remove waste from human body. Then second one, that is the WBC, or also called as leukocytes. Okay, WBC or leukocyte, that is white blood cells. So these are specialized cells which functions in the body's defense system, which defend ourselves, which prevents us from falling sick. Okay, so they provide immunity by fending off the pathogens and harmful microorganisms. They fight with other microorganisms and they prepare our immunity of our body. Then third one is the platelets, or which is also known as thrombocytes also. Okay, with these thrombocytes or platelet cells are these helps to form clots and stop bleeding. Okay, so if you have injury and some bleeding starts, so automatically if you just hold it, automatically that the place from the blood is coming, there you will see a small clot of blood, and because of that remaining flow of the blood stops. So they act on the site of an injury or a wound. So that is the very important part of blood cells, that is platelets. Apart from that, we have network of blood vessels. So what is this blood vessels main function, that we will see. Okay, so we have already seen arteries and veins are there. So what is this arteries? So arteries are blood vessels that transport oxygenated blood from heart to various part of the body. We breathe, our respiration system gives us oxygen. Okay, so when that oxygenated blood is formed in our lungs and heart, okay, so your heart will transport that oxygenated blood to other part of the body, and these arteries are thick, they are elastic and divided into small network of blood called capillaries. But as we said, arteries, they transport oxygenated blood, but there is exception is there, that the pulmonary artery, which is the only artery which carries deoxygenated blood to lung. Okay, it brings deoxygenated blood to your lungs. Next one is a vein. So veins are blood vessels that carry deoxygenated blood toward heart from various body parts. They are not thick as arteries, they are thin. They are also elastic because all blood vessels are elastic. This is elastic and present closer to your skin. This is closer to the upper side of your skin. As we have pulmonary artery, which is exception, here also we have pulmonary and umbilical veins which are carrying oxygenated blood in your body. So this was about blood vessels. Now at last we have this lymphatic system or a lymphatic fluid system. What is this lymphatic fluid system? So human circulatory system contains another fluid like blood. Another one fluid is there, that is called lymph. Okay, and it is also known as tissue fluid also, because lymphatic fluid comes from the tissue, so that is also called as a tissue fluid, and it is produced by lymphatic system, which contains network of interconnected organs, nodes and ducts, where different organs are connected together. There this lymphatic fluid is used. So this, how is this fluid? So it is colorless, okay, and it contains some salts, proteins, water. Water is everywhere in our body, okay, which contains water and which transport and circulated digested food and absorbed fat to interstellar spaces of the tissues. So it, when we eat something, so when that food is digested, the proteins, the fats are taken from that food, and that will be circulated to different body parts of our body. So unlike circulatory system, lymph is not pumped. Okay, it is not pumped like in circulatory system our heart is there. Heart pumps blood, but in lymphatic system this lymph fluid is not pumped, but it flows through a network of vessel. Automatically it mixes with the blood and flows through it. Okay, so this was about circulatory system. So what are the main function, basic functions of circulatory system, that we will see here. So the main function of circulatory system is transporting oxygen through your blood to all the body parts. Okay, but apart from that, it helps in sustaining all our human organs. It transports blood, nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones throughout the body through the network of these arteries and vein, and it also protects cell from pathogens. It acts as an interface between cell to cell interaction. It is like a mediator between different cells, and the substance present in the blood helps to repair the damaged tissues. So that is also another important function of a circulatory system. So this is it for today's session. We will meet again in next session. So till there, take care, bye bye, have a nice day.